Quiet on set. Hello, listening audience, and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. This one entitled Nothing. We didn't think of a title because this is a very impromptu FPS.
Yep.
Um, because we have two funny little guys in two very similar distressing situations going to a pretty much the exact same place. And
Yep.
we thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny to have them smack right into each other on the way?
Mm-hmm.
So, warning ahead of time. This is going to have spoilers for the Mercenaries game series by Oatmeal. Oatmeal, our beloved. Thank you for facilitating nonsense, Oatmeal. And also for several FPSs that happened afterwards. I do not know the names of all of them. But
Pets you.
I cannot be expected to know every name of everything on the planet. I don't have that kind of memory space. Anyway.
It's okay, beloved. We're here to help.
And we appreciate you. You're doing amazing. I love you so much.
Wink.
Anyway, FPS time. Oh boy. Oh, high angst warning in advance. Shit's gonna go down. Can you tell that I'm tired? I'm tired. Anyway, so
So,
it has been a day.
sure
It
has.
It has been a day. Several people are receiving several bits of very distressing information. And what do we do when we have distressing information? Well,
We take it to a
if
responsible adult.
exactly. If you're a smart person, you go and get an adult. And if you're already an adult, you go and get an adultier adult.
Exactly. Does have like a good idea for a title though. Run and Rendezvous. Ren Rendezvous.
Rendezvous? Uh,
Rendezvous.
we'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it.
Um, anyway, scene setting, scene setting.
Hi, hi, hi.
Bup, 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 bup. Yeah, we didn't
What?
plan for this at all.
No. We did some planning, but
I
I
think
think.
how it's probably gonna start is we're gonna zoom in on Minami.
Mm-hmm.
Uh what is Min doing? How we know she's approaching the place where she can find an adultier adult TM,
Yeah. Uh.
but
Yes.
how exactly is she approaching?
She has put all her notes in a uh nice safe file to avoid any tripping tropes and have her notes scattered everywhere. It's all in a nice binder. Um to to avoid any accidents. Because this is very important information and she can't risk that.
We can't be having any anime moments.
No. And it's she's an anime girl. She can't risk that. She can't take that risk. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. What time? What do you think it is? Probably.
Probably late afternoonish.
Yeah, yeah. It'll probably be really late. So not a lot of people. Not a lot of people out and about. Um.
I think it's probably around sundown. Yeah? That
Mm,
makes sense to me.
yeah. Well, Speaker got to Min's place at 6.
Ooh. So it's
So
actually like probably just after sundown. So
yeah,
we've got
it's
like
dark.
as Minami as Minami is coming down the street lamps are turning on one by one behind her.
Yep.
Um I'm pretty sure people in Villestown have cars, so cars are going by on the street. Noom, noom, noom,
New new.
high tension,
Mhm.
uh, tropes.
Mhm. Minami
uh,
is running. Um,
She is
She
zooming,
she's
she is
zooming.
Newman.
She needs to get there.
Does she
Quick.
stop at the crosswalk?
I think she's jaywalking for once in her
Oh
life.
my god.
This is
Okay.
it's too important. The quicker she gets this to Moria, the better. That's right, gang. She's jaywalking.
She's committing a crime.
Someone someone
Minami Shannon. What
someone
have they done to you?
someone lets out a gasp. She's jaywalking, and she's like crying out. That's not even a crime.
Can you have her roll me a deck save?
I'd love to.
And I will roll
Where's your dice? Here's your dice.
contesting perception, probably?
All right, all right,
Okay.
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, great. That's thank you for thank great idea she brought a binder. That's a 3 plus 2, so that's a 5.
And I got a 21 on the perception, so luckily the other half of this FPS does see her coming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, Minami, you hear someone just aghast, shocked, screaming, "Oh my god, she's jaywalking!" And you turn around to try and yell, "It's not a crime!" But your head is going one way, your feet are going another, and the tropes kick in.
Mm-hmm.
You go head over heels, but luckily, someone's there to catch you.
Excellent. Wonderful. Yeah, she's got a bit of tunnel vision, so like this makes excellent sense. Um
And I should
but yeah,
probably
she lets out
roll strength
like a
for this.
startled squeak.
Yeah. Um, yep, that's a strength check of 18, so they don't both go down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, does Minami look up at all, or is she still gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, go, go?
I think I mean she's still a polite lady. Um she will look up and oh oh my goodness. Thank you. You.
Hey, Minami, I'm
Uh
guessing we're going to the same place, aren't we?
are we? Oh god, are we?
I'm guessing you also got some not great information about a mutual friend of ours?
Ha! Uh what? Um you two?
All right, you've still got spirals in your eyes. Come here. And he just scoops her up and plops her down on a bench by the side of the street.
No, sorry.
Hang on, just let me make sure you didn't hit your head or anything. I know I caught you, but you still tumbled a bit.
I'm okay.
Plus, I might need to ask a bit of a favor.
Oh, okay. Sweating.
Medicine check on Minami.
She's fine. She's a teen.
He still gives her a
She
little
eats
bit of a
this.
dust off
She eats
anyway.
this trope for breakfast.
Bless her. She still gets a bit of a dust off anyway.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. I shouldn't. Okay. What's the favor?
You're going to Moria's, right?
Yes.
And it's you're on the same case that I have just been provided information on, yes?
Like the gears like click into place because at first she was like, "Oh God, I need to like." She was in the history of, "I can't waste time. I need to get there now." But then, information.
Yeah.
So your ears are perked up. Just to
There it is.
okay.
We should find somewhere to talk that's not immediately in the public eye.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's go. She looks around.
You is also looking around. Let's both roll perception, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's a 16 without the modifier, so like, it's gonna be high.
Great, because I got a 9.
Oh, buddy.
He's tired.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 27.
Yeah, Min gets a 27, you gets a 9.
Uh huh. Immediately zeroes in on like a uh
I
a
hold
little
up something.
yes.
The hole in the wall cafe with a little
Hell.
sign out front that says, "For all of your discreet conversation needs."
Oh my god, they have everything here. Okay. All right, that's literally perfect. Let's go. And she like
Wait, what's perfect?
points.
I'm just imagining she just like does that thing where you grab your friend's face and turn their face to look where you're looking.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, she does that.
Just blink, blink. Oh, that's where. Okay, yeah, that would work. Let's go.
Yep. Just like hooks one arm around his and just walk 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 walk.
Walk fast, walk. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Uh, she's sits down on on a little table. Or like
They
real
pick
like
out a little. I think they have like those high-backed booths with like the little glass dividers around them,
yeah, extra privacy.
with like the frosted glass that leaves you just a silhouette against it for,
Mm-hmm.
maximum detective drama because this is a detective town.
Hell yeah. Um, Men's just looking around like, okay, this is this is great. Okay, well, hi,
Hi.
hi.
So shit's fucked.
Oh, absolutely. What the
Great.
fuck?
Oh, dear God. I wish I knew. I. Does this. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
boy.
All right. Okay.
Why do
Okay.
I keep making friends with people who get into this sort of situation?
Oh, I could ask
Right.
the same thing. Um. All right.
You're going to Moria's. I want to go to Moria's.
Uh huh.
I can't because that would be dangerous. I have information. I need to give you information. Can I give you
Okay.
information?
You can give me information. Yes. Gimme. Lay it on me.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And he will reach into Hammerspace because that's probably a safer thing to do than carrying your notes loose.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's a 1.
oh, buddy.
Uh, okay. So he reaches into Hammerspace, fumbles. I don't know why I rolled a d20. With his current state, his Hammerspace is all the same. Basically, he goes to reach into Hammerspace and um has to stop because the magic of trying to go for Hammerspace uh sends a wave of cold through his body and is just like, oh fuck, okay, hang on. And he takes his hand out of his vest pocket and shakes it a little bit to try and get not exactly feeling but motion back in his fingers. Um it makes a very squishy sound because haha ink.
Min just like politely ignores.
Yeah. And roll d10 again. Please. That's another fumble, isn't it? Fuck.
Think so.
He tries again. It does not work again. And he actually just swears at that point. And one more time. It doesn't work. His arm is looking a little bit melty, and he just groans and thunks his forehead against the table.
Oh, take a deep breath. It's okay.
That was unpleasant.
Uh,
Okay, give me a minute to pull myself together and I can try again. In the meantime, I can try and tell you what I remember off the top of my head.
okay.
Um, so, uh, this wasn't an accident.
Uh huh.
Um, this was a called hit. It was an open call. Apparently, there were multiple locations where this job was listed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, four people answered. Uh, the person who contacted me about it is um an old classmate of mine, not an active threat anymore,
Uh huh.
had a moral crisis of sorts,
Well, that's something.
uh, and backed the fuck out. Apparently, he
Oh.
had a bodyguard with him who also dipped, but they didn't go to the same place because even though she told him to wait, he's a dumbass and ran for his life because he'd rather save his own skin than look out for his friends because he's a selfish prick.
Min blinks.
Okay, you finally manages to reach into hammer
Great
space and
job!
pulls out a familiar little leather-bound black notebook. But what's less familiar or less usual for the notebook but still familiar to Minami is the scarf that's been wrapped around it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um and you slides the notebook where it's been bundled up inside the scarf. Um
Oh, wonder. Okay. Okay.
and slides that across the table to Minami and says, be careful with it. I've been told it might still have traces of poison on it.
Hmm. Min puts like just like was about to like accept like accept it, but then like immediately he just like puts her hands up.
It should be fairly benign. It didn't affect me any, and uh, it didn't seem to be affecting my old classmate. But
Okay. Might have worn off.
maybe. But apparently, when when we get somebody to go after our mutual friend,
Uh huh.
we might need to make sure that they're stocked with a med kit and maybe some anti-venom.
Uh, I'm trying to remember because it was a professor that did the poisoning.
And
So
you would mention that just like apparently he poisoned himself. I don't know what his angle was on that, but it really doesn't make me excited to
okay, okay,
about the
okay.
situation.
Me
This is
neither.
really bad.
Yeah. Uh. That's getting new information. Um, and she doesn't know if she should like share it or anything. It's just, ha. So, like in her head, she's like, so the person that Spica was with abandoned her, and she refused to mention that.
Hmm.
Ben just has like a Very. I mean, you is welcome to roll a insight.
Oh yes, let me roll with my favorite of his modifiers. Absolutely. 17.
Whoa. Okay.
7 on the dice plus 10. Let's go.
Great. Min's like has her hands like clasped, and they're definitely uh squeezing very hard. Uh, uh so she's like has a I, words. She's trying really hard to like focus on the relevant information,
But also
but
she big mad.
she big mad. Like her ears are like visibly twitching.
And Yu looks at that and puts two and two together and is just, your contact was the bodyguard, wasn't she?
I no, no, yeah.
You're a really bad liar.
I know.
It's okay. We can teach you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm pissed. I'm wicked pissed. Um,
Friend of
but
yours?
yes.
If it helps any, I kind of put the fear of God into the guy who abandoned her. So
Thank you. Um, I need to put the fear of me in him now.
I can tell you where he hangs out.
Great! I love that. Okay, I should focus. Um,
And you like grabs one of the cocktail napkins on the table and tries to scribble something on it with the pen that's provided. The pen writes in invisible ink, and he kind of frowns and turns it over, and on the other side it has normal ink, so he just writes down the location of Monsoon Lagoon. Slides the cocktail napkin back across the table to her.
Min slowly pockets it.
Nice jacket,
Great.
by the way.
Thank you. Um, okay. So, um, okay. Oh wait, wait. She's like patting her head. Okay. So my my informant said her boss uh knew the motive, like knew why the professor um why he wanted the professor, um but you know, failed to tell anyone else. So
Of course
did,
he did.
did
He told
he
me.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. uh
The issue is I'm not buying it because
well,
according to according to my informant, whoever it was that ordered the kidnapping just wanted to talk to the professor. But you don't order somebody potentially fucking tortured, at the very least beaten when they've already been captured,
oh Jesus.
if all
Wait,
you
who's that?
want is a conversation.
Stars. Okay. Um.
All right, that
Uh.
made me really mad.
That's okay. I got a bit. I don't like the picture that this is painting.
Neither do I.
Uh.
This is clearly someone the professor wanted to avoid.
Oh,
If they
absolutely.
had to,
Um.
if I mean, he's been relatively friendly to me. I can't imagine that he'd avoid someone if they just said, "Hey, I want to talk."
I don't either. Though I. Hmm, uh. I kind of got an idea. Not not the whole story. I mean,
I know the
I
name
got a,
of the boss, if that helps.
I I got a title.
Okay, we might have the same information then.
Okay, three, two, one. Ambassador.
The ambassador.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, at
All
least
right.
we both have the same information in that regard.
All right. When my informant stayed longer and got some more information, and
That's good.
um, she she said they were family,
Ooh.
and like there's some family drama here, and I'm kind of afraid of knowing more. I feel
Kind of
like it's a little
family.
bit under like I've okay.
Kind of family drama involves hiring hitmen. But
It's like his
that's some
sib
fucking web novel shit.
yeah. What?
Uh, Basically, really shittily written, super tropey, usually romance bullshit.
Wild. Okay. But yes. Um, yeah, his sibling or whatever, and professor was just pissed. He was just
Oh boy.
absolutely like hated. Looked like he absolutely hated it. Him. Damn, I don't know I don't know this like pronouns actually. Um.
I was told they were a he, but
Okay. Cool. Um.
oh,
Yes.
I also have
Oh.
another hammer space roll. Let's go.
Kazoo!
Oh, thank God that one doesn't fumble, just barely. Um, Yu reaches into hammer space again and pulls out the radio that Seth gave him and sets that on the table.
Oh.
I was told not to turn this on, but apparently this is what they use to communicate with their boss.
Oh. Okay. I'm okay. Great. I don't. Hmm.
I would have Ortho analyze it, but I don't know if I can do that without activating it.
Yeah. I'm going to like. First of all, thank you. This is this is great. At the very least, we could probably do some kind of um.
Seth clearly had scrying in mind when he got me the scarf and the radio, but I don't know if we have anyone on call who has that spell.
Me neither. Um.
Fairly high level, and
Yeah.
I don't, I mean,
It's
I
better
don't
than
think that's
nothing.
Crystal's area, and she's kind of the strongest mage I know. If anyone I knew was going to know how to scry, it would be either her or the professor,
My thoughts exactly. Um.
and one of those is not an option right now.
No. But this might be this might prove useful somehow. I don't know how.
Just
But
keep it
it's
out of the hands of anybody who's going to want to do a dramatic revenge declaration.
I'll keep it away from Azumi.
Yeah, just no one who's going to, activate the thing and say, I don't know who you are, but I will find you, and when I find you, I will kill you. Fucking John Wick style. Is that John Wick? I don't remember. Anyway, anyone who'd do something like that, don't. Don't let them give away the element of surprise because, there are two potential still active threats.
Yeah. I trying to remember what Spiga told her of. No, she didn't tell Min about anything about the other two because to remain discreet. Um. Uh, okay, this is on I I do wish my informant told me a bit more about the other team members, but she was very insistent that she was the only one there. So somehow,
Steph knows how to pick 'em.
yeah, for for some reason, she's protecting the other two, and
I can give you what I have.
okay,
So, from what I learned yesterday, well, not yesterday, earlier today, it's so late. Fuck.
are you
So,
okay?
I'm I'm fine. I'm as good as I ever am. Anyway, there were four mercenaries who accepted the job. Obviously, between the two of us, we know that two of those no longer an issue because one had a moral crisis and the other also backed out. I'm assuming because of a moral crisis, but I don't know your friend. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Seth backed out first, got me the radio and the scarf. Uh, After running through the streets in the shape of a tiger because he's very inconspicuous and very good at staying hidden. Note the sarcasm. He's a moron.
Uh huh.
Um,
The fact that he took
yeah.
this, I mean, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a dig at him for taking this job, but also if I guess if he hadn't, I don't know how else we would have gotten this information.
That you're right. I hate to give that guy credit for anything.
Look, it's unfortunate, but if this was an open call, then if even if Saf didn't take it, I'm sure they would have hired someone else, and it would have been
Yeah.
much harder to get this information. Um.
Yeah. But
So.
anyway, the other two who accepted
Mhm.
were someone who Seth described as a scarecrow tune, who was apparently a primarily magic-based fighter.
Okay, she's writing this
Uh,
down.
he speculated probably a wizard, given the amount of spells that the guy was capable of using.
Mhm.
Um, then there was a uh, real kind, possibly from what I've researched of this world's peoples, a warforged, some kind of
Okay.
robot with transforming capabilities.
All right.
And that one's going to be our biggest problem because that one, if they stayed on after the job, which if this person has enough, with what Seth told me of what was motivating him to take this job, if this person has enough sway to be able to promise that, then I can't imagine it would be hard for them to hire on this warforged individual for another for some extra muscle just in case.
Ugh, you're right.
But apparently that one was very dedicated to the job and very that one was the one who was the biggest problem. The scarecrow guy apparently was not openly hostile or mean to anybody, but was willing to go to whatever depths he deemed necessary, which may have included the aforementioned kicking someone while they're down.
Mm.
And this Transformer Warforged guy was the one who was the most gung ho about it. That could just mean that they're, a very dedicated mercenary who does whatever they have to get the job done. But it could also mean that they're a sadistic sort who takes glee in the fighting, in which case it would be very, very easy to motivate them into assisting with dealing with anyone who'd come after the professor.
Yeah.
There was also one more person. So apparently this ambassador fuckwad has some kind of allegiance with devils, with demon dealing.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
What
about
the
that.
f-
Um,
Yeah, what the fuck is the professor getting himself into? Why is this? Why are these my friends' lives?
why? Yeah. No one's gonna be chill
But
about this. Of
no, they're
course.
not.
Of course. I
Fuck,
mean,
if
of
I
course, it's
weren't
reasonable not. It's normal to not be chill about this. But
fuck, if I
we're
weren't in the state I was in, I would try going after them myself. I have a location, but yeah, apparently there's a devil involved, a Mick Stanton.
oh,
Uh took on
Mick Stanton is a devil. Okay.
it
Okay.
took on the guise of a tune, did a bad job of it, very uncanny valley, much unpleasant, very yikes.
Yeah. No. 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 I got Miss. I got Mick Stanton. I didn't know she was a devil. Uh, my. I was told.
Apparently,
I was told she had like a. She smelled like death, and so I assumed maybe like a necromancer of sorts.
well, those two aren't mutually exclusive.
No, but okay. She goes to the notes on Miss Stanton and like with like capital all caps devil underlined.
Warforged didn't seem to show off any magic capabilities, according to Seth, but
Okay.
was a very proficient combatant. So, if we need to assemble a party, which we likely will, because I can't imagine after all this effort the ambassador is just gonna let the professor go easy.
Right. Yeah.
Especially not with the professor's reaction. You said that your friend noticed that he was visibly pissed off.
Yeah. Like swearing up a storm at this guy.
Yeah, that's probably not going to result in getting let out easy.
No.
So,
Um. Yeah. And
so we need to
do you want
we
more
need to
information? It's gonna be bad.
I don't think there's any good information about this situation. I'd rather be well informed because then I can help.
Hey, I got a location. She offers helplessly.
You actually got where they were going?
No, I mean a possible if they haven't moved, then
I know where I know
maybe
where the last confrontation went down, but
last
if
conversation,
they
yes, which is where apparently the guy. Hold on, she kind of like squints at you. um, well, it's like chooses your words carefully because she doesn't know if you knows about the TARDIS. Not to
yeah,
ellipsis.
the
The
ellipsis.
ellipsis. I was like, had some kind of teleportation vehicle.
Let me guess. Some kind of magic box.
Yeah. Um, which my so he got there by that. Um, and this is not important, but they she has told me it looked like a sucky fridge. Um,
They f- I Oh my god, if they fucking fridged the professor, I am going to have words with the authors.
no, no, no. Okay.
You can't deny that that's how it looks.
uh, Scrunched.
You is equally scrunched.
um, but yeah, he got there like that. He took, um, okay, this is bad, but they, the guy used a very powerful spell and imprisoned him in a diamond. Um, so they need to be very. Whoever is going after them is going to have to be prepared for
We
that.
we probably need to. It would probably be safest to see if we can get some of the. Fuck, I know Villestown has, like, a problem with having a lot of phantom thieves. Do we know if any of them are morally inclined, willing to do a good deed to steal a shiny to help rescue a guy? That would be a question I'd
Yes.
have to ask Jubilee,
Yes.
probably.
No, the answer is yes. I don't. I have mixed feelings about getting them involved. Um. Anyways, okay.
We might need
Diamond
someone with that kind of
took
expertise.
him in the box, but none of them saw the box leave.
Okay, it never dematerialized?
Not, not to, not while they were there.
Of course, it's been a while since then.
Of course. So it's like a really, it's a, it's a really slim chance, but it's better than nothing. Um,
Better than nothing is what we've got.
yeah. We can, of course. There's locate object and stuff like that.
Ugh, if only Seth hadn't taken the fucking scarf. The scarf is really, really easily found and
Yeah,
it's
and I mean,
easily
Professor has a
remembered.
lot of other things. He has a lot of things. I'm sure. I'm sure. It'll work out. Um,
Just sucks that it's one of the more immediate design details and we can't track it because it's here.
yeah. I mean, he has a hat. Um,
Oh yeah. He usually takes that off when he's inside, so I barely ever see him with it.
that's true. Um, and his cool jacket.
True.
We
Does
got
that
we got
have
options, and
we have options. We have
um,
ways to track him.
yeah, and hope
Although does
hoping.
tracking do tracking spells work on someone who's in imprisonment?
Fuck. Wait. The Blaze. I'm sorry. I'm calling out to you. Um, the professor. Did they take the jacket off of him, or was it still on? Would they put it back on? They just emptied
The
the
professor
pockets, right?
the professor is wearing neither his jacket nor his hat.
Hmm.
Ah, beans.
Ah, beans. Do you remember if she mentioned that?
Yeah, that's the thing. She probably would have mentioned it like he wasn't wearing them, but those things were like at the location.
Okay, she was like,
Like they were with him, they were just removed.
okay, she's like prayer handsing and like,
Oh, and how the guy wanted them to take nothing of his with them, so to make sure
yeah,
the professor had the stuff.
yeah, okay, thank you. Um, okay. She said, she told me, the jacket was removed. I don't remember if the hat was there or not. Um, jacket was removed, probably because there's, stuff in there. Um, and uh, words, words, words. But it's not in the crystal. not a crystal.
which means that it could be trackable,
It
which
could
would
be
be good.
trackable. Yes, that's a bonus. Okay.
Okay, so that's a lead.
That's a lead. Um,
We can
there's
send
a
somebody who's
slim poss.
probably.
Yes.
Sorry, you go first.
Okay, I was gonna say there's a slim possibility that the box is still there in the woods, which
Hmm.
it's not comforting, but it's better than better than nothing.
We're having to settle for better than nothing a lot today.
Yeah.
When you go to Moria's, maybe ask her if we have anybody in the area in like the west of Toontown who can go out into the woods and check
That would
without being seen.
that would save them a lot of time. Yes. Um. Right. There was their meeting place, which is not really I mean, where they hired them, which is not really what I've been told as is a place that they would stay at. It's just somewhere they can kind of like rent. Uh,
Right.
but it's not. Maybe it's worth asking around. Also, but also they're who would be willing to talk.
Well, given that the people who answered the job were mercenaries, you could probably call on. You could probably look around and see if there's anybody who's willing to give information for money. As much as it sucks,
I
sometimes
mean,
bribery is a useful tool.
that's true.
Of course, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if we have a lot of money.
Um, I don't either. So if they need to bribe them, I'm willing to. I mean, I'm willing to just let them borrow some mine just to bribe them, but like,
This is a
it,
lot.
this is a lot, and it
You okay?
sucks.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Mhm.
Sucks is definitely a word.
Mhm.
We need to get this information to Moria.
Yeah. Um. Thank you so much for this. Um.
Of
And
course. And if there's anything else I can do to help, let me know, okay?
thank you. Um. You've done a lot, and uh. it's I can't really promise like it's gonna be okay. Um.
I know.
But mhm.
Trust me, I've already promised bloody vengeance on one person if this doesn't go well.
Oh, fun. Okay. Um. Yeah.
That was a joke,
Okay.
sort of.
Ha.
Anyway,
Right. I'll get this to Moria as soon as I can. And sadly, my informant has begged me to not get involved. So I don't think I'm going to help them as much as I can. Even I have locate object, maybe I can point them in the right direction. I don't know. But we can warn them and whoever I mean, who wouldn't
we
want
can
to
advise
Who wouldn't want to take this job to save Professor, right?
Yeah, he is. He does have a lot of friends. He's lucky in that regard.
Yeah,
People notice when he goes missing.
yeah. Thank God we got this information when we did. But man, this guy's so stupid for trying to kidnap the professor.
He's invited hell to his fucking doorstep.
Exactly.
So I
He's
really hope
invited
he's
a
not
Zumi
surprised.
to his doorstep.
I Okay, you mentioned that name twice. I don't think I've met this one. Who's
You
Azumi?
haven't? Oh, hmm.
Wait, is he that one guy from the group chat?
Yeah.
The one who has the cute dog?
Yes. I'm pretty
You know
sure.
what?
I'm pretty sure they're close. Um.
You know
And
what? If you say that that's someone to be feared, then I believe you.
yeah. But listen. Stars help the guy to what he's wrought.
And you sighs and shakes his head and mutters something in Sylvan.
Man, do you have Sylvan? Damn, she doesn't.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Um, that's fine. I don't know exactly what it is he says either. But basically, just for context, what he said was roughly, um, basically cursing the guy's name in the way that you would in the mirror,
Nice.
of just basically just wishing him the worst fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you will actually tear the page that he had written all of his notes on out of his notebook and slide that across the table to Minami.
Okay, Min carefully takes it and tucks it with her own file. Alright. Now, are you okay?
Like I said, I'm as good as I ever am.
That's not we're very reassuring. Um,
I can't lie to you and say that I'm fine because
good.
that
I'm
would be
glad you.
mean
I good.
because you're my friend and I can't lie to a friend.
Oh,
But
but
like
also, she gives him like a look.
she's welcome to roll insight.
I'm gonna roll insight. Okay. You can't keep a single thing from this girl.
What'd she get?
She got 18 plus 11. That's
Amazing
29.
29.
Um,
Yeah. Um so Minami, now that you're like less in panic mode, you can very much see that, oh, those dark lines under your eyes are not line work. Though you haven't slept in a week, have you?
Min's eyebrows furrow, and she gives you a disappointed look.
Look, in my defense, I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, it never is. Is it?
I last time I talked to the professor, we came up with a potential solution to my issue with the overplot. I've been trying for a while to figure out how to change a certain spell to make that work, and I lost track of time. Um, I caught the date on the way in here. Um, he kind of presses his lips together. Looks like he's maybe not sure he should admit to what he's about to say. Um, the the last time I looked at a calendar, it
Uh-huh.
was a month ago.
You. You. Okay. Hey, we're taking you home.
I, you need to get to the office. I can get myself home. I've gotten
Can
myself this far.
you? You,
Yes?
I have Missy tape. I'll book it to the office, but I am making sure you get home safe.
You really don't need to worry so much.
Too bad.
But I can't stop you, can I?
No. Listen, I failed to get my friend to eat dinner, and I'm not going to fail again.
If it's any comfort to you, if she's going where I think she's going, I'm pretty sure if there's one thing Seth is good about, it's making sure people eat. The man was raised in a fucking restaurant. He's
Well,
very dedicated to that cause.
he's got that going for him. All right.
She'll
I
probably get
also
to eat
failed to
something,
get
don't
her. I'm
worry.
poisoned. Fuck.
Shit. Damn, I wish you'd have called me. I have a few different anti-poison things at home.
In my defense, she just left.
Of course she did.
She makes a disgruntled noise.
You like reaches over and gently pats on the top of her head.
My point is, you're not getting away that easily.
All right, I will subject myself to your mother henning for her sake.
Thank you.
And for yours, since I know what it's like to have to deal with not being able to do something.
Yeah. Thank you. And also, I don't want you passing out on the road.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be really bad.
That would be messy.
Uh-huh. So let's make sure that doesn't happen and get you home safe.
Yeah, that's. The more you say it, it sounds like a good idea.
I'm glad you see things from my perspective now. All right. Do you do you need to eat
Oh,
anything?
Jesus.
Hmm?
He went to go and pull his umbrella out of Hammerspace to use as sort of an assist to get home, and fails again and swears very loudly as just his arm just partially melts and he has to grab onto it and shove it
Oh,
back together.
um, uh,
It's fine. It's fine. I've got it under control.
that doesn't look under control.
This is normal. This happens
That's normal.
for the last couple months, yeah.
Um, I don't think that was normal when I met you. So,
No, it decidedly wasn't.
okay.
We haven't
Do
caught
you,
up in a while. You don't know that this has progressed a lot, do you?
a lot's happened. I'm so sorry. Is
You're
this
fine.
okay? Do you want me to like? Do you need me to
Just
Like,
give me a sec.
okay. Min's not sure if
If
he
it
like he.
fumbles, I'm okay. It doesn't fumble. He uses the other hand, reaches into his vest pocket, and pulls out a roll of like what's the name of that stuff you're not supposed to use as a binder? Ace bandages. And basically just wraps that around his arm until it's all squished into the right shape.
Hey, first of all, Min takes out her actual med kit.
No, these are more what this needs. It needs pressure to keep it all in place.
So are you gonna argue
It's
with me putting more pressure and wrapping it up some more?
I can't stop you.
Good. And she takes out some actual bandages and start starts wrapping it up. Oh god, what is this?
Just mummy wrap the boy.
Yep. She doesn't know how to help, but she's gonna try.
Yeah. And he like flexes his fingers when she's done, is just like, okay, that should be enough to get me home.
Okay.
And then I can hopefully take a bath and get this to pull itself together.
All right. You promise?
And he smiles at her and holds up a pinky.
Okay. Don't worry about that. That's I don't.
And he snorts and says, right, forgot that that's more binding here than it is at home.
Yeah, but I appreciate it.
He flips his hand around and changes the gesture to a cross my heart gesture.
Okay. She gives him a quick hug.
He hugs her back. He is very squishy, but it's okay.
Hmm. Oh man, she's so worried. She's so worried. Um, but she. Okay. Do you need anything to eat from here before we leave?
Minami, I haven't been able to eat for almost a year now.
What?
I don't have a stomach, Minami.
What?
You know what? Probably not something you should be worrying about right now. He reaches into hammer space, pulls out an umbrella, that is still, in its closed position, sets it so that it, tucks against the ground like a cane, and uses that to boost himself up out of his seat, and then offers her a hand up.
Yeah, Min. Well, Min is gonna politely accept the hand. She's not gonna use any like. She's not letting him use any strength. But she's a polite girl, and um, she is going to support him the entire way.
Oh, funny.
Mhm.
I should probably roll a con save, honestly.
Mhm.
Wait, this is a save, not a check. Ooh, okay.
Oh no.
So that's a nat one.
Oh boy. I'm gonna roll a strength.
Yeah.
Um. Which is a straight. It's a straight roll.
It should be fine. I jinxed it, didn't I?
So that's a 2.
Mean, it's better than a one.
She may be struggling. You know what? You know
Yeah,
what? You know what? You know what? She orders a cab.
that's probably best for both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They just barely make it through the door, and she's like waving down a cab.
Yeah. Because the minute he stood up, you kind of just had that, that thing where people like blink and they're very clearly dizzy?
Yeah. Okay. She's just. This was a miscalculation. Okay.
I
It's
can I can handle myself, don't worry.
no, you can't. I am. If I let you go, you're gonna collapse.
I
Don't deny it. I know.
I'm I have my umbrella.
I am supporting so much weight right now.
Sorry.
Do not no, you're not. You're not allowed to apologize for that. Um.
He's very much like trying to support more of his own weight and just very much pushing
No.
himself up on his cane. Or
No.
not cane,
Min.
umbrella.
Yeah. Min is just goes no and just like have one arm like sling around her shoulders and like gripping onto his middle.
Yeah. Bless her.
Yeah.
The cab gets there and the driver just like blinks at them and is just like, both of yous?
Yes.
Alright, back's open. And
Uh.
he like hits a button in his car and the door pops open.
Thank you. You, where's your dress?
You like blinks hard and has to he starts giving one address, but then he gets to the city which he like mumbles something about an address in somewhere called Riverside, and then blinks,
Oh.
shakes
Oh.
his head and wait, no, Ramshackle, no, and then he gives the actual address.
Oh.
It is all kind of catching up with him at once right now.
Whales. Minami's like patting him. And it's
He
like letting.
manages to give her the actual address.
Yeah.
It's pretty close by.
Mm-hmm. She's letting him like lie his head down on her lap till they get there.
Mhm. Bless her. He's not really in a state to protest at this point either.
Yeah. He's just trying really hard to be comforting and patting his hair and everything.
Which is nice, because that's probably the only form of affection he can still actually feel.
Ah!
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
You say that, and then you say stuff like this.
uh, but yeah, you guys get to use apartment, and you guys take the elevator up.
Mm-hmm.
The lady who's at the front counter of the apartment building looks over and gives a very concerned look of just, today was the first time I ever saw this tenant leave the house. They've come back and they're an absolute wreck. What happened? But she doesn't ask anything and she just calls the elevator for you guys.
Aww. Min like gives her like a nod of thanks and appreciation.
She gives a little two-finger salute in response and goes back to working her desk job.
But yeah, Min is maybe I can roll again just to see how she can support him better.
Oh. I can also roll con again to see if maybe the car ride let him recover some. Okay.
Okay.
That's a little better.
Well, that's a 4, so
I got an 11.
marginally better. Just an itty
They're
bitty bit
both doing
better.
they're both doing an itty bitty bit better.
Yeah.
You got an 11. Um, so by the time that they get to his apartment, he's leaning a little less on Min, and he can reach into his pocket to pull out his keys. He gets them, um, opens the door. Dyer is immediately hopping down off the fridge onto the counter, onto the floor, meowing very loudly at both of you.
Hi, Dyer. Long time no see. He's he is in. Looks down at his arm. One piece. Okay.
She, like, stands up and puts her paws against Yu's leg to sniff at his hand. He just reaches down and pets her.
Hmm. Yeah. Min's gonna try and find a couch or a bed.
Well, one is across from the other, so it's pretty easy to get to them.
All right.
It's a little studio apartment, and it's pretty easy to find where everything is. You've got the kitchen, and through there it's the couch, and then across from the couch is the bed, sort of tucked into a little alcove of its own, separated from the room by a green curtain,
Mm-hmm.
and a little door that you can only assume leads into the bathroom.
Mm. All right. Min's gonna try and lie him down on the couch.
Hmm.
Yes.
It's pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah.
she might have to move a couple of books aside, but
Mm.
the coffee table, there's less of a mess than other times Minami may have visited. But there is still very much that this person has been working on something for a month straight type of mess.
Yeah. She's like, oh, so this is what it's like. Okay.
Hmm.
She's never been on. She's never been on the receiving end before.
Welcome to the other side. This is how the other side
She's the
lives.
one that overworks.
Yeah. But if she looks at the stuff on the table, it seems to be attempts to rewrite a song. Um, but it's pretty easy to get you onto the couch, and he
Hmm.
sort of just flops, puts one hand over his eyes, holds the other up in a thumbs up.
Okay, and Minami's gonna go look for some blankets.
Like I said, the bed is just across the room. She can probably just steal a couple of the blankets off that.
Yeah, Yu's gonna get compressed.
Get squished, idiot.
Squished.
Um, he just mumbles a thank you that's kind of muffled by the amount of blanket that she's able to find and pile onto him.
Aw.
And then as if to add insult to injury, Dyer hops up onto the arm of the couch and then just marches her happy ass over the pile of blankets and plops down right over his chest and just sits there and loafs.
Yes, good. Minami gives
She gives
Dyer a salute.
Dyer gives her a slow blink in return of just
Oh.
like, don't worry, he's not going anywhere.
Oh. Yay.
Um,
Um. Yeah, she gives her a nod of appreciation.
and from kind of buried under the blanket pile, not trying to move much, but just enough so that he can, like, actually talk and be heard, you kind of pokes his head out and just, hey, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. So,
Okay.
when, when we get the professor back,
Mm-hmm.
tell him he better come fucking visit me, because I have some goddamn words for him.
I'll do my best.
kind of asinine nonsense, poisoning himself, the absolute loon.
Oh boy, yeah, he's gonna get words about that from everyone, I'm sure. I can tell you that much.
Get him back, though. I know it.
Of course.
Y'all are smart.
They are.
And strong.
They are.
Hey, I said y'all. That includes you too, even if you're not going to the active rescue mission.
Okay. Min doesn't want to be...
He just reaches out a little bit from under the blankets, just wiggles a hand out and just pokes her in the side.
Okay. I will accept it.
Forgetting the information to Moria for me.
I will. As fast as I can. But
Thanks. I'm gonna stop being a person for a bit.
Good. You rest. Alright? And with the... She's gonna hold the arm that just poked her and just, like, give his hand a bit of a squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
And, like...
He squeezes back and then wiggles his hand back under the blankets.
I don't know if they're, like, at that level yet, but Min's is, like, handing me wanting to give him a kiss on the forehead.
Aw, that's sweet. I'd be fine with it.
Yeah. Alright, she just, like, gives his head one last pat. And then just, like, a little peck on the forehead.
Oh, bless her.
Okay, you take care. Get some rest.
Of course.
Alright.
And you be safe, okay?
I will.
And make sure you get some rest too.
I will.
Because this is a lot.
Oh boy, yeah, it is. Don't worry. I will. Okay.
Alright.
Dyer, I leave you in charge of his care. Alright. I'll see you later. Because I'm going to check on you. And she walks out, closes the door, makes sure it's locked. And,
he probably told her where the spare key was, so now she also has a spare key to the house.
Aww! She's gonna put it on her keychain. And she's gonna, like, do a little run of the spot to, like, I don't know, warm up, and then starts booking it.
She is Newman.
She is Newman.
And I think
and she is burning every misty step she has.
Oh, bless her. She is Newman, she is zooming, she is poofing.
Yep.
And I think that's where we cut to black.
Yeah, that sounds like a good place to leave off.
Yeah! Awesome! We have the information in the right hands, theoretically.
We got it all in one neat thing.
Alright. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for listening, audience. We're gonna stop the recording. Everybody say goodbye to the listeners. Bye-bye, listeners!
Bye.